Now it's time to discuss the query selector and query selector all. So it is a very useful property, and laterally we will use it to set or change the HTML properties, CSS properties. So the query selector method returns the first element that matches the CSS selector, and to return all the matches, not only the first one like the query selector, but all the elements, all the matches. Use the query selector all instead. Okay, so this is a page you can see when you see. Okay, so inside we have heading, we have these images inside div. So this ID is for the div, and so the title of this image. Okay, title. So we can set the title of this image as well, like we set the title to. Okay, so we can search on the title, on the ID. If we just like in the database, you run the query, you can select by name, by ID, any attribute. So here we can search by title, by ID. If we search by this ID, so both images will be selected, and if we set some more IDs for these individual images, so it will be retrieved. Okay, and this is ID of table A. So let's apply it. So you are right, document. So you know what is document. When the page on the browser, your web HTML page run on the browser, so it become the document. And this is the characteristic of DOM, that it combine HTML, CSS, JavaScript together and work on the runtime. It become load. Okay, so query selector, this is the query selector. So we have two options, query selector all and query selector. So first look towards the query selector. So here we will write what you want to search. Okay, so you can search by name, by ID. So I suppose search by heading. Okay, H1 suppose. You can see C company. So this is search by ID. So we have one by default, one heading. So if we search for something like we say image, img, so the first one is selected, not the first. So this one by default, when it will search in the whole page, when it matches the first one, first object. So in this case it is the first image. If we put like if we copy it and if we put all. Okay, now both images in this node contain now both images, the first one, the second one. So both are selected. Okay, so if we write the A, so A is an ID as well as an anchor tag. So to make it ID, we must put hash along with this A. So we have one first one, but if we write the all, now the node list which contain all of the links. So we can see the first one, second one, third one, and this is the fourth one, which is about dairy milk. Okay, so let's see the IDs. Okay, let's we write, we put ID hash A. So hash A is actually this div. So you can see ID A. So we put hash here, and now the whole div element is selected. which contain many images. So you will be wonder that why two images are selected, although it makes the we have to search IDA. So this ID is selected actually, which can contain many things like paragraph, images, etc. Okay, so if we write x1 here, now this is the products detail information. So x1 is actually the ID for the heading one. So similarly we can take a class. For example, if we make this as a class rather than ID, okay, so you just have to write uh, document document dot query selector, okay, and you are right. What is the class name? A. So dot, if you don't write dot, it will be by default considered as an anchor tag. So unlike the hash which we put with the ID, so we will put A. Now this whole class is selected rather than ID. So this was all about the query selector, document.query selector and document.query selector all. So thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much.